Hi everybody, this is Soapy. Today I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about my experience with figure study and doing repetitive studies and what has helped my art improve. I know a lot of people have already done this kind of content, but I kind of believe that it's more helpful the more people share their experiences and what has helped them, because everybody's unique and everybody's gonna have different things that help them. So the more experiences are out there, the better, and the more likely other people are going to improve. And also another good excuse to do figure drawing for this video, I guess. I know that I have a wrist brace on. I'm okay. I didn't hurt my hand or anything. It's actually a permanent injury from a few years ago, but it's not that serious, so I just have to wear a wrist brace when I'm drawing. So, figure drawing. Specifically doing studies. I didn't really do that when I was younger. I was the kind of person in like elementary school, middle school, who was obsessed with watching as much YouTube videos on drawing as I could and trying to improve my art as much as I could. So I've watched a lot of videos, and obviously most of them said to do studies and to practice a lot. What I was doing is just doing one page of sketches, or just doing studies for like 30 minutes or something, and then saying, okay, that was it. I didn't have to do any more. But I didn't really improve a lot, and I was quite frustrated with that. It was only when I went to college for art in the spring of 2024, we were doing figure studies, and we had classes twice a week, and those classes were about 2 hours each. So for like a couple of months straight, I was just doing figure studies for a couple of hours, and that really opened my mind a lot to how to improve my art, and the fact that my art was improving with so little time. In a matter of months, my art had gone from very stiff to relatively less stiff, and it was a very subtle change, but I definitely did notice it when I was drawing as well, that I drew faster and more efficiently. And I think just the general principle of repetition for improvement can be applied here. Like, the more you do something, obviously the better you're gonna get at it. But what I didn't know was that you had to do it like every day for like a week, or at least a couple of days, even just 2 days in a row, just to improve a little bit. You're not going to improve with one day of figure studies. It took 2 months, obviously, before I saw that kind of change in my drawings. If I hadn't been forced to do that in art school, I wouldn't really have done it on my own, and I wouldn't have learned that skill. That's why I kind of have, I guess, an opinion on people who say that you don't have to go to art school to be good at art, which is fine, which is all well and good, but I needed to go to art school to be better at art, because I would have never forced myself to do those things in the first place. I need someone else telling me to do all those things. Another thing I learned in art school was that I really like doing figure studies with Sharpie. I know I'm using colored pencil right now, but for class we had to buy these big sheets of 18 by 24 newsprint, and we did figure studies on those, and I really liked that. I feel like it opened up my arm and my drawing style a little bit more, and I was used to just drawing in small like 8 by 10 sketchbooks, so I very much enjoy doing that. Also, as in this video, something else that I do to keep it interesting is just switch up the color of what I'm working with, or my medium. You can use markers, Sharpies, colored pencils, pens, brush pens, anything. Switch up the colors just to make it a little bit more different and interesting, I guess. But my issue with a lot of videos on how to improve your art and art advice and everything is they tell you to practice and draw a lot, but they don't really tell you how to practice or what to do. And yeah, I guess if you draw a lot, generally, if you draw every day, you're gonna get better at something, but there are more efficient ways to do it, especially if you're drawing different things every day, or you're trying to, you're trying to improve. I like the method of just choosing one thing and then repeating it for at least a couple days, and then it kind of cements itself in my brain by that point. But another question I see sometimes is, if I don't want to draw realistically, then why should I do figure studies? Like, there's no point in drawing figure studies if that's not what I want to draw. But figure studies really helps you loosen up and kind of build skills that are not just, drawing figures, even if you don't want to draw people. It really helps you out with other areas of your life or art, because it helps you loosen up and become quicker and more efficient with what you're doing. And I think it's fun. I think it is really fun to do just like a couple of pages of quick figure studies. I have a separate sketchbook that I'm working in here that is different from my actual sketchbook, which is mixed media. I don't have to worry about it being good or looking nice or whatever. I can just have a really ugly sketchbook full of figure drawings, or I can take up as much space as I want, as many pages as I want. And I find that that really helps as well, having like a bigger separate sketchbook for your figure studies. And also having a separate sketchbook for all of your fun stuff or all the stuff you usually draw. So the point of figure study is to go slow, to be patient with yourself, and to not quit after the first sketch. They're supposed to be bad. They're supposed to look ugly. You gotta trust the process. I can also recommend looking up different figure study groups in your area. If there's a figure drawing class near you or something, that's a really great resource. That's pretty much my 2 cents on figure drawing. I don't know if I'm qualified to be giving advice to people, but I can definitely give my experience with art and drawing. I feel like that definitely would have helped me when I was starting out. Just more people's experience on art. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys go out and do some figure study now. If you're interested, I could probably do a longer version of this. Like, I kind of enjoy those draw with me videos where you get to draw in real time with somebody, because that kind of gets me to draw. And anything that motivates people to draw is pretty good. So that's all for now, and I will see you guys later. Bye!